Final dress rehearsal for the Lakers and Kings. Sam, we'll see you at the half. Let's get it out to the voice of the Kings, Mark Jones, and Katie Christensen-Hunter.
First win. Lakers win the tap.
And then, of course, I want to talk about the defensive mentality. You've got to continue to build it and nurture it as you progress into the season coming off of last year. I really like the fact that Monty McNair brought back Mo Harkless. You see what he has the capability of adding on both ends of the floor. He's showing it early.
James missing. Jordan with the tip.
Knocked up, hit it, knocked it down early.
Mo Harkless, one of those players that came through via late season trade. De'Aaron Fox missed a floater on the last possession, lets the three go, and left it on the front rim. He's had a great start and a career year.
You know, shooting is all about rhythm and momentum, and you need some flow, and it's hard for everyone coming in the preseason to get that early on. Unless, of course, your name is LeBron James. Greatness you can never take for granted. He had a career year last year with the Kings, and it's great to see him stepping up early in the preseason. The De'Aaron Fox that is trying to get him in transition at the bucket, so you got to be selecting your shots well.
Braun with the dime drop to AD for the bucket. James with Davion Mitchell on him. Cross court for Carmelo Anthony, who checked in. Couldn't get it to LeBron, and Davion Mitchell everywhere defensively. James with Davion Mitchell on him. Cross court for Carmelo Anthony, who checked in. Couldn't get it to LeBron, and Davion Mitchell everywhere defensively.
For so long, and as you know, being on the broadcast with him last year, he has so much knowledge and so much to give the game. It's a disservice for him not to be out.
Got Westbrook on his hip. Halliburton, nice dime inside. Len gets hacked. Carmelo Anthony had 5 3-pointers in the previous preseason game. LeBron James lost the handle. Good defense by Len.
Hey, I applaud that.
Did he get paid for that?
You know what? I
Is that
think
a bonus
everyone
pay?
should put in a bucket in the locker room, and if you have the courage to step in front of him, everyone contribute to the charge bucket right there, whether it's a foul or not. Like,
if you had Terrence Davis taking a charge on LeBron on your bingo card, then Harkless shot an air ball. That was a sloppy possession from the beginning for Sacramento. James steps through and lays it home. That time Davis did not elect to take the charge.
Russell Westbrook is a tremendous athlete, and he is so fast, but with the ball in his hands, De'Aaron Fox is no joke.
Terrence Davis guarding LeBron James, and James with the soft touch.
And I like that, passing up that three early to get into the paint, and then of course you always have to know where LeBron James is. Well, and you know what, he was so spectacular earlier in the season last year, offensively and defensively, but when the injuries happen, you see right there, great defense on LeBron. When the injuries started piling up for the Kings, that's not a ton, and so I think you kind of have to see some more minutes from them because they go into real action next week.
LeBron's jumper a little bit strong. Holmes at the foul line for the Sacramento Kings. Signed a 4-year, $55 million deal during free agency. It just opens up a brand new world for him because last year he upped his three-point percentage to 32%. Was hovering around 34 for most of the year, and then
that win added, and I say win because they'll get there, is going to put him at a whole nother level among the best in the league.
And here's Fox up the heel. They move it up court quickly. Mitchell with a quick three. And LeBron now in a... I need a breath.
I love the pace. I love it. And it suits both teams very well, obviously. The Lakers want to get out and run, and the Kings, I think, are built for it. And that's what Buddy's on the floor for. I mean, get those threes, get those buckets, get them up.
Boy, LeBron James put the Kings in the weight room that time, got the bucket.
He looks the same to me as he did when he came in the league, and I know you've been covering him his whole career, Mark. What do you make of kind of the last couple years and the injuries and kind of where he's at right now?
What about the fact he's got now a 17-year-old son that might be playing with him in the next couple of years in the league? And here's James. James going to stay in the game despite being shaken up a moment ago. Shoots the three, halfway down and out.
That was a nice contest by Mo Harkless.
Barnes with a quick pull. James with the board. Barnes with a quick pull. James with the board. Reeves. Quick sit dribble. Hits LeBron. Nice time by the rookie Austin Reeves. Gets a little dap from the Kings.
As so early in his career, made a great play with Rashawn Holmes. Didn't fall. Hustle play. Got the bucket. Stepped out. Hit the three. And then there's that guy.
Yeah.
In the playoff situations like that, to have that mid-range game as a guard is so critical.
8-foot jumper no good by Fox. A little bit strong. Over to Fox inside. Took the contact. No foul. And that's what I was alluding to a little bit earlier as Reeves gets an easy one. Now the question begs, did Davis go straight up, Kate? The latest technology as well.
And
great for the fans.
Now you really get to experience it,
Yep.
you know. Now that we're allowed back down here. Oh, dear Lord.
I guess his light's okay, Katie. Ron James blocks Tristan Thompson, his former teammate. This guy found something. Gets it back from Jordan. Throws it up on the lob. And a perfect two-man game.
LeBron James makes Tristan Thompson look small.
How about that?
He's our biggest player out there on the floor right now, playing at that 5 spot. And you've got Davion Mitchell that's guarding LeBron. You see he's...
Last preseason game for both these squads. And Sacramento goes into the final quarter up by 5. Make that up by 3.
Feel the pain of it, but you have to give props when it's deserved, and he certainly does.
It's 26 of the final 30 regular season games last year. Knocks it down. It's a 5-point advantage for the Kings. Backdoor cut by LeBron. And he looks over at Luke Walton and says, how'd you like that?
The power that is LeBron James. I'm glad Davion Mitchell got out of the way on that play.
Dwight Howard with the follow and the finish.
Opening night is in Portland against none other than Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. That'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, a couple of potential welcome to the NBA moments in those two guys. A couple of potential welcome to the NBA moments in those two guys. LeBron over to Bazemore. Quick 3 on the way. Good. And Bazemore makes it a 1-point game. No foul called. Luke Walton's palms facing skyward. And the Lakers give it back.